Before we start the video, here's how my week went.
Bruh.
Yeah, bro, nice one. What the heck is wrong with that guy? Purpose. What is this guy doing, bro? Holy crap, dude. Enough for me.
Didn't you race them also?
Holy crap, dude! Now, I don't know if racing is normally this bad in the Porsche Cup series in iRacing because it's my first ever week on it, especially iRacing's Season 4 Porsche Cup Week 1 with the new track Mexico City, but in the dark. Anyway, we're starting from the back because we didn't just cut the track for both quali laps or anything, am I right? It's just that I wanted to give people a chance at the front row. Everyone should be scared of some newbie 2K iRating driver, am I right? But anyways, we're going in. Let's see how far we can get. We're just taking it slow and easy. We don't want to get wrecked through these turns as that guy just died. That guy's gone. Anyways, we're gonna keep going. Let's see how far we can get through the grid. I'm just challenging myself. You know, I cut the track for both quali laps and I have some decent pace. I've been practicing a little bit, trying to find the limit in Porsche Cup, and it is a hard car to drive, that's for sure. Now, I just braked early because I thought that guy was going to turn in after the blue car kind of slowed down heavily. Now, coming up to the middle sector, we have a car that spins out. Paul now falls back on the grid of cars. The middle sector is difficult to get right, and you don't want to go over the limit on cold tires. A lot of people usually lose time on these setup compound corners because it's just hard to get right. Later on in the race, you could easily go off track, overheat the tires, and it'll just be a complete mess. Now, as we go to the final set of corners, we see Rodrigo go off the track. I try to go ahead and take the advantage while leaving enough room for the rejoin, but Rodrigo is able to come back and defend his position. Now on lap 2 during the long straight, I managed to stay within Rodrigo's draft, and I'm planning to make my move by moving up to the inside as we come to brake for turn 1. Now if we make this move stick, we're going to be able to get P14, which means we'll be able to get 7 positions since last lap. I quickly take the space I have and I close the door going over the apex curb of turn 2 and win that battle. I was also able to get another free position because some goofy dude hit the wall. Now we're on lap 5, we made it across to catch up to these pack of cars here right in front of us, and I'm going to be trying to get some overspeed to make a move here or on the straight line. But now I see that Carlos is defending the inside, but you would have thought, bloody. Yeah, don't try that on me. Don't try that on me, dude. Caught off guard, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying with that dive, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we caught up to that car and made our move, and now we're on lap 6, caught up to Maxime, and now we're gonna be in his draft in the straight. And you know me, guys, I like to be a little cheeky, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be getting close to him. He knows we're going to try to make a move on him, but I am just following the racing line and just trying to catch up to the purple car. Sight, you would have died! You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the drive bomb, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can't be caught off guard, you know what I'm saying, dude? We made our move in lap 7, and we made a total of 11 positions starting from P21 and currently P10. We're halfway through the race and we made insane progress so far. We are now moving to catch Kaike.
Hello, where are you guys?
Kaike Andri. Sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. And he's right in front of us, and we're going through this hairpin, and I'm really close. I'm making great progress to catch up to him. But something goes wrong and he just spins out. See ya, buddy. But now
Come on, baby.
I'm just
I'm not
flying.
gonna
I'm trying to
abandon you.
catch up.
Come on,
I'm catching
Brian.
up. Oh, I'm spinning. Oh, shoot. I slid. I'm flying though. I'm going crazy and I'm flying off the track. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Flying crazy. But ahead of us, there's 3-car battle going on. And a little bit of bumping. That's Sven right there with the car right in front of us in Lumeris livery. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, poor guy. But I'm P8 and I'm looking kind of tough right now with this pace. I'm going crazy. I'm flying crazy off the track again, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But no, we're P8 right now. We made insane progress. And so far, this has been an amazing race. I just know it's only gonna keep getting better. I know I'm gonna do better. I know I'm gonna win this race and catch P1 in the very end. Okay, let's forget about that last race and focus on this one. We're starting P2 and we're gonna have an amazing start because we just spin and burn out. We caught it though, so that's what matters. You know, we're alive. We didn't hit another car to our left. But I'm side by side with Lucas Martinez. So far he's been a dirty driver because you're gonna see what he does. We still have an overlap and he just bumps my bumper in the braking zone, which is not right. We can excuse it if it was a mistake, but look what he does. He just shoves us out the way, keeps pushing us off. I just take the shortcut to cut the track and I'm still side by side, but I have a slowdown, which, you know, it's whatever, but he just has a good run and he just managed to take that position from me because he's a great dirty driver. I just let the first 3 guys by. I know multiple people have been complaining about him in my races and I have seen him do some dirty things, so it's very crazy. To make contact and push some 2K driver out the way, it's not right. I move out the way because Brian Lockwood in front of us, the owner of Lumeris, the head coach, the person I glaze all the time for being one of the best mentors out there, is going to attack all those cars because he's the best and I am going to keep glazing him. I'm a top tier glazer. Yeah. Please, Brian, guys, check out Lumeris. I think this is a good time to explain my journey for those of you that are new to my channel. I've been gaming first-person shooters since I was a kid. Playing CSGO was my entire childhood. Eventually, I started playing Valorant in college and started competing. And eventually, I started creating content around Valorant and coached many students. And I'll be completely honest, I've got brain rot, but Valorant brain rot was next level extreme. I'll save all the crazy stories I had in that side of gaming for future videos for sure. All I have to say is that there are some freaks out there, man. Absolute freaks. But after I got burnt out from that game and saw that it wasn't to my taste, I started watching sim racing related content. I don't know how I came across it, I don't even know, but I started watching sim racing content and I wouldn't even watch any motorsports in real life. I got a G920 wheel and started playing Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, that game. Then I was like, yeah, this game ain't cutting it. I got Assetto Corsa and eventually started messing with F1 cars because my friends told me to start racing that. And then I started watching F1. That's when I got fully immersed into the racing world. Before that, I wouldn't be able to even name a car model or know of that many car brands. My goofy ass was out of the loop, bro. Then I went on a trip to Abu Dhabi and drove the Formula 3000 in Yas Marina, and I instantly fell in love with the racing and wanted to take it to the next level. I came back home and I got iRacing and splurged my money on getting a full rig and spending so much money on iRacing related content, dude. I became broke. I'm so broke, man. I am so broke. But in February of 2025, this year, I started learning under some great coaches. Shout out to Brian, who's now the coach of Lumeris, Kane, the backshot king, and Connor Bell, who currently races in NASCAR Canada and won against pros in his debut in the car. As brain-rotted as I may be, I'm very hard-headed and dedicated to improving. I'm also very toxic. If you run into me in officials and you see me yap into other people, yeah, that's my Valorant toxic side. So it's already gotten out there. It's my prior competitive experience from playing Valorant competitively that led me to hone my current skills. I became the champion of the Almeida Racing League Season 2 and currently focusing on getting better with the Porsche Cup car. It's my first week and I know I have a lot to improve on, but I have a great members that I train with and I have a great mentor to learn from. Now to stop yapping and show you guys how inconsistent and bad I really am, dude. We're on lap 6 and Ivan and Brian are going side by side into turn 4. They go really deep and they make some contact. Go off the track. I parked the car right next to Ivan so I can take the position. We're currently on lap 7 going into the braking zone of turn 1 and I seem to always struggle with consistency. I go a little bit too deep, mess it up and almost slide, but I caught the car, but this just gives me a bad exit and now Ivan is going to be catching up to us and he takes my inside and I'm trying to sacrifice his line as much as I can, but he was able to brake deeper and did really good with that and took the position back. We're gonna fast forward all the way to lap 12 because I wanted to show you guys how big the gap has gotten. They are 3 seconds ahead and now I am just falling back. I was struggling to adapt to the conditions changing over time, especially when the car got lighter. I couldn't figure out how to maintain that limit of the car. I was sort of underdriving at times. I was overdriving and I was struggling to figure that out. At some point, which you're currently seeing right now, lap 13, I was like, you know what? I need to just focus on extracting the most I can out the car, and that's what I was trying to do. And this lap right here, I started to finally figure it out. I started to figure out, wait a second, the car is lighter, but it feels easier to drive at the limit. And that's what I was just doing. I was just focusing on 1 quarter at a time and seeing how much I can brake, adjusting those minor tweaks to the braking, pressure, and references that I have. And so this lap, I wouldn't say, you know, I'm at like the ultimate level pace that some of these other crazy aliens are doing, right? But I know that I can bring out the better side of me. Let's just understand the car, and that's what I was doing. I was able to set a 44 this lap, and even though we do finish in P4, there's no way we can get these guys unless they somehow have an incident or spin out or mess something up. I won't be able to catch them, right? So this was just a lap that just shows you guys I started focusing up after being distracted the entire race with the first lap incident and also the fight with Ivan. I can focus up and adjust my references and my braking to actually get the most I can out the car. I was very happy actually to maintain the pace with the front of the pack for quite a while actually, until I started losing my pace and started having issues with finding the limit. But now, as you can see, I was able to set a 144.7. We're just gonna finish up this final lap and we finish at P5 and Brian Lockwood wins the race. W Brian, man. Ah, dude, I wish I could be Brian. Oh my god, I love glazing the guy. Alright, we're on to race number 3, and I'm starting from P2 once again. I set some good quality laps, but I tell you right now, I'm gonna have bad starts every time, just like this, because my clutch pedal is just completely trashed. Like, it's bolted onto one bolt on the rig. Every time I press onto it, it goes flying back, and I can only press until like 10% out of the 100% of the pedal. So I need actual clutches on the wheel itself. So going into turn 1, there's going to be a 3 wide situation. There's a little bit of a contact, and everyone managed to get through safely. I'm going to cut over the curb to block anyone from making it a 2 wide behind me. But our goal is to just get through safely. We can have the pace, and there's a guy blinking. I don't like that. That is not something I like. But we're trying to go through safely because we have the pace. We know we can get there to the top, and I just need to get through safely. That's my main goal for now. Coming towards the end of lap 1, Nevio in front of us. We are currently in P6. Everything went smoothly, everyone's safe, and now he had a bad run, so I'm going to get through, and he's going to take the inside, but he spins. he got the pressure onto him and just spun out. Surely he doesn't just rejoin unsafely, right? Casual iRacing. That's a bad rejoin.
You gotta be retarded, bro. You can't just rejoin like that.
Now on to lap 7, going to lap 8 here. We were able to catch back up to P3. Currently we are P4, and we're going to be trying to make a move, staying in the draft. Now I just want to say, if you guys spin out or leave the track, please rejoin safely, and if you do spin out, just hold your brakes to let everyone by first. But here it is, we're going to be going across the outside because Victor goes on the inside. We're going to pinch him off and take a wide entry into turn 1, which leaves Victor having a really bad line into turn 1, which leaves him a bad exit through these compound corners. We're going to go ahead and skip to the final lap of the race, where the rest of the race that we just skipped through was just completely boring. There was no action, nothing really happened. I was just a bit slower, but I was able to stay close to P2's pace. We only lost a second, so I am pretty proud of that, actually. I'm pretty proud of the improvements we made so far, being consistent and trying to adjust to the limit as the race goes on. And that's something that I'm just going to keep on working towards, and also improving my pace as much as I can, because that's just how it works. I just need more practice to get faster in the P Cup. But in 1 week, if I'm able to do this good, then dude, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going, improve as much as we can, and try to be consistent in understanding the limit throughout the race. And one day, my friends and I, we're gonna be qualifying pole position in every PESC race. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be qualifying PESC, P1, and destroying everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just kidding. I would have thought that's too much work. Anyway, we're at the end of the race. We're going to be finishing P3, which is something that I'm very satisfied with, especially with my clutch issue and my issues adjusting to the car's limit. But there's going to be more videos to come, more entertaining videos, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.